Last time on Blancoverse almost 2 years ago, so go back and watch that video, but no, we're gonna finish the story now. After Cell Max was defeated and Gohan unlocked his beast form, or Gohan Blanco as it's known in this story, Piccolo sought to better understand his own transformation while his one-time student resumed his insect studies. As Piccolo gets him back into his training and Goku and Vegeta speculate on what exactly this new Blanco form is, Whis appears to have an idea in mind. Feelings are often hard to describe. Never once has Gohan questioned the nature of many mystical energies he and others have constantly used in abundance. Yet now, he turns to an old mentor to solve a riddle he somehow desperately wants to know the answer to. What is this new power? As if the power itself imbued him with a sense of duty so that he may seek answers. This canyon to shake them off, and yet at the end there's more than there was at the start.
Early dodging is a futile strategy here, Gohan! Because I'll just make it so even more chase you down! Tuh. Huh. Even with this much power, you still have much to learn.
Thinking about his student's progress. You should have gone on the offensive and directed the attacks back at me instead of running away. Realize that it was not the energy balls that concerned you, but me, your opponent. Always consider what your opponent will do at every moment of battle. Just goes to show no matter what your level is, battle strategy proves to be ever as important. But anyway, he asked me to help him figure out his power. He's been able to keep up this exact same level of power throughout our whole sparring session. It's still quite impressive. Honestly, I would have a real difficult time if I were in his position. I was expecting him to exceed it right from the start.
Wait! I can't sense his energy! Could it be that he's... No, that's not it! Ah!
Piccolo almost getting dropped on.
Well, you seem relatively unscathed. How did you escape my homing energy missiles? Don't tell me you cheated and increased your power level.
Ha! Quite the opposite actually, Piccolo. You see, I reduced my energy to near zero, which is why I'm pretty sure you could barely sense me at all. But the thing is, I did that by releasing all my energy at once, in one concentrated form. I hoped your homing missiles would track that raw energy I released, and indeed they did. The final explosion managed to be just far enough away for me to be mostly unharmed. After that, I kept my energy low to sneak up behind you, and here we are. Looks like you're as sharp as ever, Piccolo. Amazing how you were able to counteract at the last second.
Our sparring session is over now. And I think I've learned enough about your power to come to a conclusion.
After headbutting Gohan, Piccolo mentions how his ki control is very impressive. Unnaturally impressive. He explains that Gohan was able to keep his energy at a consistently low level despite the pressures of battle. And at the end, he released all of his energy in an instant, only to charge it back up in another instant. These are things that even Piccolo admits he himself would have a very hard time doing. Namek then asks how Gohan managed such a high level of ki control with barely any training as of late. Who admits he's not sure. He says it just felt like intuition. In a fight, you just do what you feel works. But Piccolo isn't convinced. Intuition doesn't explain the capability to pull off such control in the first place. Regardless of how strong Gohan may be, he should still need to train to develop ki control skills like that. Reflecting further, it's obvious now that Blanco is not a simple power-up, which is why Gohan has felt oddities about it. He believes this new form provides Gohan with unnatural talents. So far, they've only seen it affect his ki control, but there could be more to what this form does. He comments that Gohan has also been fighting rather well for not having fought for a long time. While Piccolo would like to think that maybe simply a Saiyan blood at work, this form could also be allowing him to instinctively fight at a higher level than normal. Gohan reasons that would mean it's similar to his dad's Ultra Instinct, doesn't he think? Apart from the visual resemblance, that form also allows users to fight without thinking. His teacher agrees it could be similar, but it's distinctly different in some ways. Ultra Instinct bears a heavy stamina burden, while Gohan showed basically no signs of fatigue. And although he's been fighting at a really high level, he highly doubts his body, quote, moves on its own. Nonetheless, that's exactly where he's getting at. Since Blanco bears a strong resemblance in form and function to an angelic form, then the obvious next step of their quest is to consult an angel. Sitting. Alright then. Gohan smirks. That's where we're headed next. Meanwhile, in Universe 11. Toppo, or Top in the English dub, appears to address a conference full of spectators wearing the Pride Trooper uniform. Turning to a one-eyed guy. That was a pleasant introduction speech you gave, Mike. Who smiles in return. The floor is all his. And Mike? Wazowski? Ahem. The god of destruction and training begins. I'm very happy to see that many of you have come on such short notice. As Lieutenant Wazowski said. So yeah, Wazowski. We are gathering here today to celebrate our recent victory on planet Guago. Although many of you participated in relieving the planet from terrorist occupation, many more of you were also not there. So I will inform you all briefly that this event was one of the toughest battles in Pride Trooper history. Planet Guago's civilization mainly resides under the surface, and its Earth is far from stable. And yet the enemy fortified themselves deep into the Earth. Earth meaning the mantle or soil, and not like the name of the planet. We had to be careful and yet strong. Some of our operations involved things outside the expected field of expertise of your average trooper. We had to survey the Earth, dig tunnels, and fight in tightly packed close quarters with minimal use of ki. All while in the dark, grimy tunnels of the planet. In the end, many challenges and obstacles caused a relatively weak enemy to take a 3-month planetary-wide siege, and 12 months of cleanup operations to fully eliminate the terrorists. I hope you all now have at least a small picture of the event, and why it calls for celebration that it concluded just 3 days ago. But in truth, that is not the only reason I have called you all here today. Today I am announcing my retirement as Commander-in-Chief of the Pride Troopers. Lord Belmont has been eager to retire and name me his successor for years now, but I have always kept pushing back so that I may continue to be a servant of justice. But now I think I've delayed this long enough. It is time for me to answer the call of Lord Belmont and fulfill an even greater duty. I thought the end of the Siege of Guago would be a fitting time to retire. And indeed, I promised that to Lord Belmont over a year ago. So as a parting gift, I give you all a celebration for the ages. As a god of destruction, I will no longer need personal wealth or property, and so much of this comes out of my own pocket. But our elite have made some generous contributions as well. For the whole of this week, there will be 12 tournaments for all levels of strength, races across the planet's oceans, skies, and this system, and numerous games and shows for all of you to enjoy. And of course, we will be hosting only the finest food and drink from across the universe. We even have some treats from Earth of Universe 7, in limited supply. Finally, this is not just an event for us troopers, but also for the whole planets as well. So be welcome to invite your friends and families nearby here to spectate or even join in on the battles. I shouldn't waste your time any further. You're dismissed. Go have fun, comrades. But Commander, a voice interrupts. Commander Toppo, who will succeed you? Oh, of course. I forgot to address that. That will be up to the Council of the Elite to decide. I have resigned to have no say in the matter. I promise that they will choose the most worthy trooper to succeed me. Anyway, you are all really dismissed now. I am no longer your commander. The next time we meet, I will be your lord and god of destruction. A woman asking, how in the multiverse did they get their hands on Earth food? Who cares how? I'ma try some.